Hello everyone. Okay, so I'm back. It's very interesting. So just a quick thing to tell you. So you see this beautiful painting of this beautiful girl with the pearl earrings. So whenever I click my video to begin recording, you know that yellow square that shows up around your face like this, that it highlights a face that is going to be focused on, like a person to focus on. And the phone focuses on me, and focuses on her. So it's very interesting. It mistakes this for a person. That's okay because she's here with us. We're not alone. We're with someone here in the video. Anyway, so I'm back. Yeah, so I'm back on Thursday again because I actually was not busy this Thursday, so I can actually record and do things. The lighting is really great today. It was cloudy most of today, but then now that it's a little later in the afternoon, it's about close to 6 or almost 7. But where I live, it's still sunny and it's still bright, which is actually really nice. I really like it. I guess it's bright enough where I could wear sunglasses. Do I have sunglasses? One second. Oh, my sunglasses. Yeah. So I bought these. I forgot where I bought these. I could just wear my sunglasses like this, and I can enjoy the fact that it's kind of bright outside and it's very sunny. Because wearing sunglasses is I think sunglasses are a great invention. I love sunglasses. Someone said to me, "What is one thing you would always have with you?" Well, actually, one thing that I always have with me is sunglasses. Whenever I go out, I always put on sunglasses. Whenever I go anywhere, I just have sunglasses. Like, it's a good thing to have. So I always wear. I love sunglasses. Sunglasses are my favorite thing. One of my favorite inventions ever. But anyways, yeah, that's just what I want. I think it's a very good thing. Sunglasses. But then I don't need to keep these on because I'm recording and I'm indoors. And even though it's pretty bright, it's not that bad. The sun is actually right now behind a few torn clouds, so I think we're fine. But anyways, so this week I have been doing my crochet like usual. So I think actually how I'm going to do this. So I have my box here of crochet things that I've made, and I have some things here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the progression. What is that on my phone? Oh, never mind. There's just a dot on my phone screen that says it's recording. I thought it was a smidge. But anyways, what I think I'm going to do this week is I'm going to show you the progression of the Heavenly Waters lace crochet, because it has come a long way, and from the original design. Let's see if I can find the original one. And it might be over there actually. 1 second. Oh, sorry. My yarn ball just went over. Let's see if I can find the original. Okay, so somewhere in this bag here I have the original. It's probably buried deep somewhere in here because I just tossed everything in here. That's strange. I thought it's in this bag. Could be in this bag. Yes, it is in this bag. I think it is. That's not. Where'd it go? I don't know. I can't find my stuff for some reason. Second. Where did I put it? I thought I had it around here somewhere. Did I already pull it out of my bag earlier? Well, I can't find it, but anyways, I'm just gonna take a sec. Let me pause the video. I'll be right back. Okay, I finally found it, so now I'm back. It took me about a minute or so, but anyways, so let me just start with this. So I recently, okay, so the original thing is where I started using this white yarn, right? I started using this original white yarn. I actually have it in the packaging. So this is the white yarn. This is the white yarn that I've been using originally to make doilies and lace stuff. So then from this yarn, I started to make the original Heavenly Waters lace crochet. This is the one I designed and I made. So I first made this. Okay? From here, I went and I made the fortified version of that, which is where the waves are closer together. So then this is not it. Actually, this is Tidewaters. So this is Heavenly Tidewaters, not Heavenly Fortified Waters, or Fortified Heavenly Waters. That's around here somewhere. But what I can say is I ended up using this different color yarn compared to this yarn to make the fortified. This is the fortified Heavenly Waters, but I made it in a different color. Okay, so just to recoup, because that was a little confusing. I didn't mean to be confusing. But anyways, so I started with this yarn. This is the white yarn I started with, and I made my Heavenly Waters lace crochet. The one I designed, I made on my own. Okay, and then from here, I made using a different color yarn because I wanted to use this yarn because I like it. A tan color yarn. I made the fortified Heavenly Waters because they're closer together, as you can see. And then I thought, okay, what if the waves are different shapes, or not different shapes, but different sizes, kind of like a like that, waves within waves. And then from there, I went from this, Heavenly Heavenly Waters, fortified Heavenly Waters, and I got Heavenly Tide Waters. See, because the waves are different sizes, and then it kind of ebbs and flows because I just wanted to do that. So I thought it was a pretty good design progression. And from here, so I have these three. I actually have more because I'm thinking of making a white one and a tan one, or tan version of each design, if I have time for it. But we'll see. I don't know. If I show this to one of my friends and they say, oh, can you make me one in tan or white, I'll just probably kind of like a commission. I wonder if I should do commissions. I guess I could, but I don't know. It's like this is just the review of what I've made. So this is the original that I made. This is the second version with just a different color yarn, but the design is the same strain. And then this is the newest of the three I have here. But after this, what I wanted to do is I wanted to add beads and little beads into the lace. I think I talked about it a while back because I just wanted to have beads in my crochet because I love beads and I love crochet and I love gemstones. So what I did is I have do I have it around here? Yeah. One second. So this is a little bag of beads. Okay, these are actually jade. They're not the greatest quality jade, but I actually really like these kind of off color jade beads because I really like jade because jade scientifically is a stone that is not necessarily the hardest out there, but it's actually very tough, which means that it can withstand a lot of impact, not because it's hard, but because it's just the crystal structure makes it kind of unique. I think someone described it. I was reading about it and I was researching it on YouTube and watching videos and reading things about jade, and somebody said that jade has a very unique crystalline structure that allows it to absorb shock. So I added those jade beads. I had this jade beads. Imagine this jade beads pack I have. This is actually not the original bag they came, but I just put it in it because I had it. Plus this design or something like this. What you get after you add these two is something like this, where I have, do you see the beads? I added the beads into the lace because it actually has a function too, because it adds weight to it so it doesn't float off my head. So if I actually put it on like that, I guess it's kind of hard to see the beads, but if I tie this, one second, it has a little jade beads that you can kind of see from when you get up close. But I thought it was just really cute. I don't think the white lace really matches my little shirt that I'm wearing today, but I think it's all right. It's kind of cute, do you think? But I just wanted to add the beads because I just love jade, and I think I have a few citrine beads lying around here somewhere. But what I like to do is I like to have, like for my face mask, you know, the one, so for anyone who's new here, I like to crochet and I like to add things. And then the reason I added beads here is because it forms a little weight that keeps the lace crochet on my head. But also on my little icon, like my profile picture, it has me wearing a lace crochet mask, right? I actually can add beads to this part of the mask so it doesn't float off my face like this, but the beads serve an actual pragmatic purpose of keeping the thing on my face. So actually adding beads to your crochet is definitely a good idea. Definitely explore upon it. It's a really smart idea, especially if the beads are of a material like jade, which is not necessarily indestructible, but it's a pretty tough material, so it won't break easily. So if you have it on your face or your hair, it won't all of a sudden just shatter, and it's unlikely to just shatter and put little pieces of jade that will possibly harm you. It's not likely to do that, at least from what I've heard. So that might be a good idea, like having a little jade beads in here to do. So let me take it off. I'll show you again. See, I added a few. I think I added 5 to this one because I don't want to go too crazy, but I just added it like that. So that adds. I actually thought about adding it to this side where it drops down, but then when I first tried it, what happens is these little wave tips keep sagging like that because of the weight of the bead. So I added it to the other side, which is the flat side. But you know, maybe I can design something where I can add it to that. But anyways, so that's what I've been doing with my lace crochet. And then I've also been trying to, so I'm going to use Fortified Heavenly Waters. Right now I'm working on a design. I'm actually crocheting it out to see if it'll work. But you see these waves? They're actually not that big. See, let me put it on my hand. I have actually really small hands. My hands are really small, by the way. But even on that, it kind of looks kind of big, but it's actually not that big. These waves aren't that big, so I've been trying to make it at least this big. Not that big, but this big, because when I put it on my head like this, you can see it kind of it holds down some of my hair, right? But it doesn't hold a lot of hair down. Here, I'm tight like that. It only holds down maybe this part of my hair on my head, and I want it to be bigger so that it holds more of my hair down, because when the wind is hitting me like this, it kind of takes everything everywhere, and I just wanted to I want it to actually have a little purpose. But this is usually, I can wear it on a day where it's not too windy, but every now and then, because the weather here is getting weird. But on windy days, it is a good idea to have a little bigger thing on your head to keep the hair down. But anyways, speaking of weather, so I have been really depressed recently. Well, not depressed. I've been really sad recently because where I live right now, it's August, and you would think it'd be kind of warm. And apparently this weekend is going to be kind of hot where I live, so that's totally fine. I guess that's fine. But I cannot for the life of me believe that in less than a month where I live, it's going to be getting cold again. Where did summer go? Where did summer go? Can you believe that? I'm not trying to say anything about, some people really like cold weather. They say, oh, I love the cold weather, because let's just say people like to go skiing. You love to go slide down an icy mountain, shivering and freezing and wet. You like to be wet in the snow. You go do it. Okay, great. But I'm not saying I want to be sweating. Well, I actually do like to sweat because it just makes me feel good. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that I really like warm weather. I don't like cold weather. I would rather be sweating than shivering. Is that weird? Is that weird? No, just me, okay? I'm not from a very cold part of the world. I come from actually the Middle East, which is very warm. So I'm very much used to that, and I would rather sweat than shiver. Just my thesis, okay? Just my thesis. But so I guess maybe I should make winter flower designs. I actually do. So my notebook is over there and my arm's too short to reach it, but I actually do have winter designs for doilies and lace crochet. And one of the flowers that I love from winter, I remember when I was living in Japan one time, I was walking by this tree, I think it was in December or January, and there was this tree that was in full bloom, and I wanted to know what that was, but then I realized it was just a camellia flower. Camellia? Something like that. It's one of those flowers that is like this, very kind of thick flower, very thick and long, not long, but thick scent flower that has a yellow pollen inside. It has, I think, reddish, pinkish, orangish petals, and it's really pretty. I think it's Japanese camellia. Camilla? I don't know. Camellia, whatever, close enough. I guess I have that as a winter design, so I could definitely use that. So it's not as if I have a lack of designs for winter flowers. I have plenty of winter flower designs. Yeah, I just wanted to go over my Heavenly Waters designs. I really like this one because it was the original. I only wore it like one time because it was just really long, and then because it goes around my head twice, it's kind of hard to keep track of. So after that, I just washed it, and now I put it in my archive bin, all my lace crochets that I've made, as well as a few other stuff that I just keep for safekeeping in the future, so that if I want to go back and look at a design and say update it or integrate it into something new, I can do it. But yeah, remember this? Battle of the Roses. This is a classic design. I love this design. Or this is Battle of the Lilies. Excuse me, Battle of the Lilies. I love this design. I should probably make more of these. I'll put it on my little area that I'm working with, so I can remind myself. But I also love this one that I made. Great stuff. Okay, now that it's at 13 minutes, I can actually now gossip with you. Are you ready for gossip? Okay, before anyone says to me, you're such an evil person about gossip, when I use the word gossip, I actually make a distinction between gossip and rumor, because in my world, on this channel, when I say gossip, I'm talking about things that are true. Like, I like to talk about, maybe in a very rambunctious way, about things that are true, like that actually happened. For example, like when I'm about to tell some of the things, I wrote down a memo of what I wanted to talk about this week. I wrote down everything I want to talk about. But anyways, when I talk about gossip on this channel, I mean things that are true. I don't go by rumor. I actually don't like rumors, because when growing up, I may or may not have been rumored about very often, maybe because I was well known wherever I went, which is kind of unfortunate. But I don't peddle in rumor, I peddle in gossip, which is, to me, gossip is true, rumor is true or not true, whereas gossip can only be true. At least in my world, because when I gossip, I only talk about things that are true. Anyways, what's the gossip for this week? Oh yes, I went to Wendy's again. Oh, I love Wendy's. Wendy's just makes me feel good whenever I go to Wendy's. I got the 2 for $4. I actually got 2 of the 2 for $4 from Wendy's. This last time I went, it was so good. I got 2 of the chicken burgers and I got 1 bacon cheeseburger. And I also got the chicken nuggets because I love the chicken nuggets. I actually went with my friend Calvin this time. He was kind of, it was fun to talk with. He might not like Wendy's as much as me, but I still love Wendy's. Wendy's is great. Oh my god. I love Wendy's. Just thinking about Wendy's makes me happy. I want to go back again. No, but it's a good thing Wendy's isn't in my town because I would go probably every Friday as a little treat to myself and it would get boring really quickly. But I did go to Wendy's. It was very fun. It's if someone said to me Disney World or Wendy's, Wendy's. Listen, that's what I would do. Not that you have to do it too, but that's just what I would do. Oh, this is another old design. This is fortified rose. I don't know if this is a good design. I'm thinking of updating the rose design because the roses that I have made are kind of squat and I don't really like that, but maybe it's okay. I guess I could try updating it, but it's, you know, when I put this on, I guess it doesn't look that bad. I guess it doesn't look that bad, but I could update it, but we'll see. And then what else do I want to talk about outside of that? I'll get to, I have a few topics written down here, but talked about that. Let's see, where's my pen? Did that, didn't do that. So out of all these things that I have here, I didn't even get half of it done, so maybe I'm kind of a failure. The sun is coming in now to look at the fact that I am a failure when it comes to this list and what I got done. But oh wow, anyways, we'll try to get through the rest. Oh yeah, so this is a good topic I wanted to talk about. So I live in a fairly nice neighborhood. Actually it's probably a very nice neighborhood by a lot of metrics, but what I can't stand is that there's actually a lot of people in my neighborhood who won't shut up. And you know, if it's during the day right now where it's in the late evening and the sun is still out and now it's going away because it's just being a delinquent because it doesn't want to cooperate. The sun doesn't want to cooperate with me today. But anyways, if you are in a neighborhood and you're living, can you be quiet when it's 1 a.m. in the morning? And that's actually what happened. So I was laying in bed, minding my own business. I was laying, where's my cat? Where is he? Oh, he's downstairs. So I was laying with my cat in my bed, and we were just having a great time sleeping. We were catching Z's, and we were catching rest. We were catching rest, okay? And then from somewhere outside, there's some person who drives a boom car, a big boom car, and they go up and down the street a few times, and I thought, this isn't GTA, this isn't Tokyo Drift. I've actually never watched Fast and Furious in my life, but I know there's one of them is called Tokyo Drift. I'm just saying, in a neighborhood where we want to sleep at 1 a.m., can you please be quiet? I actually wrote in my notes, shut up, because I always wanted to shout, shut up! But if I do that, you know, I'm the one who looks crazy, so I don't want to look crazy yet. Plus, I probably look plenty crazy on my YouTube channel, so I don't want to do that. But I'm just saying, can you please be quiet when people are trying to sleep? Is that too much to ask? Is it, in the 21st century, in 2025, is it really too much to ask where at 1 a.m. in the morning, you can, is it too much to ask to have neighbors who don't go up and down the street? The person who was driving, I'm pretty sure it was a guy, because I had to look like this through my blinds. Like, what is that? Huh? And he went up and down the street about 4 or 5 times, and he was going with his car. He was going like that, so, shh. Is it too much to ask to be quiet? Hopefully not. Just, shh. I'll even do it with 2 fingers. Shh. If it doesn't get across with 1. But please be quiet. I'm just trying to sleep. And that shouldn't be difficult to ask for. It's just sleep. At 1 a.m. And why are you running around at 1 a.m. in a big loud car? What? Weird. But anyways, what else was I talking about? Why am I looking outside? I have a list over here. Talked about that. Okay. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about. So, you know how I love Elden Ring. I haven't played a single minute of Elden Ring in my life, but I love Elden Ring, and I'm gonna drink some water because I'm thirsty. And the new Maris, or the new Elden Ring Night Ring game has been out, excuse me, for a while. And then there's the bosses, you know, the Night Lords, and Maris was very fascinating, but Maris was also very much weak sauce for the longest time ever, until very recently they decided to update, or I don't know exactly how the update worked, or if they came out with a new version of all the bosses, but Everdark Maris is pretty cool. I think Maris got big. Maris has been, you know, last video in my last video. In my last video, I said that Maris, the creature from space or whatever, needed to get more in the game or get more into Planet Fitness because Maris was really doing nothing, because Maris was just floating around like this and doing nothing. And then I don't know if Maris listened to me, but then after I said that video, in between that and now, the new Maris boss came out, the Everdark Maris came out, and Maris is now like, that guy is now Chad. Maris is now Chad. Maris has become Chad. It's fascinating and it's amazing. Good on you, Maris. You have become Chad. Good for you. But yeah, I just wanted to say that was pretty cool. I didn't know that Maris's boss would be updated like that. I thought, really? Really? Okay, I'm into that. Yeah, go for it. Okay. But that was pretty funny. I just wanted to say that, and I'd say good for you, Maris. I think Caligo also had an update, but I haven't seen the new update for Caligo. I have to go look at it after this, which I'll probably do because I want to go look at it. Anyways, I just wanted to say that. So yeah, by next time, hopefully, and this time I'm using the tan yarn. So this is the only one I have of the Heavenly Waters. I might make another one of this because this is just so cute in this color and the shape and design. Plus, I've updated the internal structure of the waves. So I think I'm going to make another one of this specific one, this exact one, because I really like it. But I also probably will, I'm also using the tan yarn to make bigger waves for the Heavenly Waters. I have to figure out a name for those Heavenly Waters. Well, I guess I could just go with the Grand Heavenly Waters. That might be good. That might be a good name. I might use that. We'll see. Winners. Yeah, I guess you just have to find out until, or you have to be patient until next time when I come back with that video, what the name will be, because I'm pretty sure by then I'll have the name figured out. Anyways, I just wanted to update everyone, and yeah, it's been a very fascinating week. The weather actually has been kind of cool recently, but it's going to be hot this weekend. So to everyone out there, be careful in the hot weather, because even when it's hot, I do drink water. You know, just because someone says they love hot weather, that doesn't mean that they're tolerant and completely impervious to hot weather. They still drink water too, okay? And they probably get irritated some bit if it's hot too. So yeah, just be careful in hot weather. Just be careful. Summer is about to end, but until it ends, you have to be careful in hot weather. I'm just gonna say it that way, okay? Be careful. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.